Hello there, welcome back in our lessons in Algebra 1. So today we will discuss linear inequality and how we can solve the linear inequalities. Let me start in our lesson. So if we have ax plus p and some simple inequalities like greater than or less than, or maybe greater than or equal or less than or equal, something like this. One of these simples, greater than, let me put 0 here as a general form, or a simplest case for linear inequality. How I can solve any linear inequality like this case? If you're familiar with linear equation, you will find it so easy to solve any linear equation, any linear inequality. It's just as same way as we solve linear equation, we need to move this part, which is p, this term to other side, and we will get ax and the symbol whatever what we have. Let me choose any one of these, so I will put them, all of them, in same order here, greater than negative b, and finally we will divide over a, or multiply both sides by the reciprocal of this coefficient of x, which is a. So I will get x is less than or greater than it's like this. Okay, and this is symbol, it will be negative p over a. Now we get a number and x and whatever the symbol, it's same, but there is a special case here. The only difference between the linear equation and linear inequality is if this number, when we divide over a or multiply by the reciprocal of a, whatever we will do, multiply or divide, if it is a negative, we need to reverse this inequality. We need to reverse this inequality. That's the only condition here. So here I can put it as a condition: if you multiply by a negative number, then you must reverse the sign. That's the only condition we have. That's the only condition we have. Let me take a numerical example to clarify what I say here. So let me start by numerical examples to clarify what are our points here. So if I have a 3x plus 2 is greater than 6x plus 4. Imagine it as a linear equation, just as a linear equation, and you need to solve it. But the only difference here, we have an equality instead of equation, so we need to put variable together and constant together as we learned in linear equations. So we need to move this term to other side here, and this is 6x to other side here. After movement, we need to change the sign. So this, it will be 3x. It will be 3x, it's same because I didn't move it. And 6x, it will be a negative 6x, greater than. This 4, we will drop it, so it will be 4. And 2 to other side, it will be negative 2. Now 3, negative 6, we will get a negative 3x, which is greater than 4 minus 2, which is equal to 2. Now, in next step, if you are fluent in linear equation, you need to multiply by the reciprocal of negative 3 or divide by negative 3 as you want. They are the same meaning, they are equivalent. So if I multiply here by 1 over 3 negative to cancel this number, I will get this, it will be x. Negative 3 with 3 is cancelled, it will be positive. And this, as our condition here, we need to change it and we need to reverse this inequality. So it will be less than 2 over 3 negative, because negative 1 over 3 times 2, it will be negative 2 over 3. So what I have to do here, just I reverse this inequality sign. I reverse it. Why? Because I multiply by a negative number. Multiply or divide. Here you can say multiply or divide. Not necessary to multiply. Some of you may say this is a division. They are the same meaning. You can say it's divided by negative 3. Another example. I need to make it more complicated. So, really it's a very easy lesson if you are fluent in linear equations and how you can solve linear equations. So, another example here, example 2. If I say is 2 times 3x plus 4 less than or equal 6x, make it 8x minus 2. Let me solve it. So to solve this linear inequality, I will say like this. First, I need to simplify this bracket as we learned. If we have a bracket, we need to simplify it as a first step. So we need to multiply this 2 by all the components of this bracket, all the terms in it. So by that's the beautiful property. So 2 times 3, it will be 6x, and 2 times 4, it will be 8. Then this it will be negative like this, and 8x negative 2, I will drop it. Now we need to put variables together and constant together by isolate them. So let me move. We need to move 8x here to this side, and this is 8 to this side. So what we will get? We will get 6x negative 8x, because I move it, less than or equal negative 2 already exists in right hand side, and 8 I need to move it. It will be negative 8. So 6 minus 8x, it will be negative 2x, less than or equal negative 10. Now as a next step, we need to multiply by half, negative half, or divide by negative 2 both sides. I will divide here just to make some difference. So if I divide or multiply, as I said, by a negative number, we need to reverse the inequality sign here. So what we will get as a next step, so we need to make this as x, this is cancel with this, and this it will be greater than or equal is 5. Negative 2, negative 10 over negative 2, it will be 5. Now as we learned, what I mean by x greater than or equal 5, you can revise the previous video or previous lesson. We can rewrite it as an interval notion as x from 5 to infinity, and this closed bracket because there is an equal sign here. And also we can graph it if we want to graph. If it's 5 is here, so it will be a filled circle and directed to infinity like this, as a row directed to right from 5 to infinity. So this is a graph of this inequality. Sorry. It's easy lesson. Just what you need to be more fluent in linear equation and how to solve linear equation, and you need to be focused in this case if you divide or multiply by a negative number. In this case and only this case, you need to change to reverse the inequality sign. Thank you for your watching. I hope the lesson is very easy.